Okay, Dormont, Pennsylvania. Part of the Pittsburgh area, I suppose. Here's the Fire Bar and Grill. Pretty good place, good food, good music playing there sometimes. Really nice. We've got the Dr. John on the box right now. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. We're just going to drive around and see if there's anything to talk about. I kind of want to talk about yesterday's Super Dooper Bowl. Not the best game ever, that's for sure. Of course, Brady won. Everybody hates the guy. Well, in Pittsburgh, you kind of have to hate him because he's with the Patriots before, and now he's with the Buccaneers. Can't really fault him. He's got a cannon for an arm, and he's really good at what he does, and he's very, very handsome, and he's got a beautiful wife. From what I understand, both Tom Brady and Donald Trump found their wives on the same dating site. At least it looks like they did. I don't know if that's true or not. I made that up. But anyway, we're coming up towards West Liberty Avenue. We're just gonna drive around. Pittsburgh Tattoo Studio, that's where I got my ink. Good place, I like it. Here's something that's gonna break your heart if you're from this area, if you're familiar. That's the R bar right there, shut down. Looks like it's shut down anyway. Great place for music, at least it was before the big boogeyman came to attack us all. Great place, great owners, really nice venue. Always good music there. Never a cover charge, just great people. Yeah, so anyway, the game yesterday was something to think about. Before the game, they had this woman called H.E.R. doing America the Beautiful. Did a pretty good job on that. That tasty little guitar riff that she had, kind of nice. And I don't think that she played that thing live. I'm pretty sure she played it. She played that guitar, but I think she played that in the studio and then did air guitar. Because I was looking at her fingernails and they were really long, and I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be that she was actually playing that thing live. But they all do that. Everything's piped in. They do that all the time. Speaking of piped in, the NFL this past season, they've been piping in crowd sounds to give everybody who's watching it on TV the impression that there's more people in the stands than there are, because they severely limited the amount of people that are in the stands. And I don't know if you've ever heard of cognitive dissonance. Our brains have two conflicting things hit them at once, and we try to make sense of it all, and we go to the place that makes us comfortably numb. So if we're watching the game and we don't see anybody in the stands, our thinking part of our brain says, no, there's something wrong here. So the NFL in their wisdom said, well, let's pipe in some fake crowd sounds to fool people into thinking that there's actually more people in the stands and it's actually a real football game. And it works, psychologically that kind of thing works. It's ridiculous, but we get fooled into it because we human beings just want to be comfortable. We don't want to overthink anything. We don't want anything that gets in the way of us being comfy cozy all the time. Just like last night's game. Holy moly. They had cardboard cutouts, 30,000 cardboard cutouts in the stands, dispersed amongst the 25,000 real life human beings that were in the stands. It's something I used to do way back in the day in the 60s, 70s and such in wrestling on TV to make it look like there were people actually watching wrestling, live. And they were doing that last night for the game, and I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, what does this world come to, for crying out loud? And then we get to the, the Buccaneers won, so, they won. The game wasn't great. Patrick Mahomes he's a really good quarterback, but he did not have the offensive line protecting his ass. That's for damn sure. So I can only say so much on the game because, I don't know much about it. I just enjoy watching the game. That's all. Steelers fan here, but I just enjoy watching the game. I don't know enough about it to really start quoting you stats and, this, that, and the other thing. I'm not your guy. But I just want to be entertained for a few hours, and it was relatively entertaining. But halftime show, wow. Now, of course, this is coming from an old man's perspective. I'm not a young guy, so I get it. And the music these days leaves a little bit to be desired as far as I'm concerned. But this guy, The Weeknd, well, first off, I was a little bit prejudiced just because anybody whose name begins with the, I'm kind of not a fan of. I mean, there's that one guy, The Situation from the Jersey Shore. He was a tool. And then there's The Edge from U2. He sounds like he's only got 2 strings on his guitar. And now there's this guy, The Weeknd. But Weekend's not even spelled W-E-E-K-E-N-D. It's W-E-E-K-N-D. So I don't know. Do you call him Weekend? I don't know. But anyway, he had a bunch of people, dancers, I guess is what you want to call them. A bunch of guys looked like they were wearing jock straps on their faces, marching and dancing. And I don't know. I mean, to me, it was exhausting to watch. It really was. It was the music, the sound quality of the production left a lot to be desired. The music itself, if you want to call it that, it's certainly not my cup of tea. And again, that's coming from an old man's perspective. So, God bless you if you like that kind of stuff. I found it I found it exhausting to even sit through and watch. Super Bowl halftime shows, in my opinion, have not been very good for a long time. I mean, they started going downhill, I think, when Janet Jackson's titty popped out. That was pretty ridiculous. And of course, Justin Timberlake, when he popped that thing out of there, he told everybody afterwards it was a wardrobe malfunction. I mean, come on, Justin, we know damn well that you guys planned that. I mean, because Janet Jackson, it wasn't just a regular titty. She was wearing she had a sheriff's badge on her nipple. So I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, that's what everybody was talking about for a couple of weeks afterwards. And certainly the next day at the water cooler, everybody was talking about the wardrobe malfunction. But the halftime shows have been pretty bad as far as I'm concerned. They've been, as of late, generally try to virtue signal us and try to tell us how to feel. And I'm really getting fed up with, the popular culture and the social media and the big television stations and such trying to tell us how to feel and think. I'm fine. I can feel and think for myself. Thank you very much. I just want to be entertained. I just want to watch a stupid football game and drink a bunch of beer and eat food that's too salty and not good for me. I just want to enjoy myself. But, and if you could start, I don't know, if you could start having performers that really appeal to more than just the 20-year-olds, that'd be great, because it was pretty... It is pretty bad, to be perfectly honest with you. It was it was pretty bad. It's not my idea of fun. It really was, and I'm sure maybe some people liked it, so maybe I'm in the minority. That's okay. They didn't pay for anything, The NFL and the television networks and the football players, nobody owes me anything, so I get it. But I just think that, I don't know, once a year, 2020 was a shit show to begin with. It really was, and I think just as a way to show us that you really care, or you're in it with us, or you give a shit about us, maybe you could have put a little bit more into the production of the whole thing. Done a better job with the sound system, and maybe get different entertainers, somebody that like more people like. I get it. I'm old. You're not going to get what I like all the time, and that's going to turn off a bunch of young kids. I get all that, but something, at least don't have a bunch of people dancing around with jock straps on their faces. That was absolutely fucking ridiculous. That was just I've never seen anything like that. Nothing surprises me anymore. But come on, jock straps on the face. I don't know what you're trying to prove. I really don't know who coordinated that, who choreographed that whole thing. I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Now look at this, his and hers sweatshirts, hoodies. So anyway, that's my rant about that. It's really nothing, but I do have some good news. I am going to go into Tropicals Plus LLC and hopefully buy a really nice. Oh shit, they're closed. Oh, bummer. This is a great plant store. I really like this place. I like the people who own it. I've purchased a few plants from them. I've got one plant that I did not buy from them that has decided to commit suicide on me, so I need to replace it with something that's a little bit better than that. At least it's going to stick around for a while. Anyway, that's a bummer. They're closed. I didn't realize that. Drove all the way out here for nothing. Anyway, it was good to rant. I'm sorry for being so negative all the fucking time, but these days it's hard to be positive. I'm trying. There's some very good people in my life, and I know a whole bunch of you people are wonderful human beings, and I don't want to take anything away from that. But yeah, things have been pretty shitty for damn near a year now, and it kind of culminated in a very disappointing Super Bowl. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm out. Peace.